A lot of this show explores my family history, and it's it's a series of poems put together as one big show. So this is one of the pieces from it. When my mother first came to America, she left behind my father and 3-year-old brother to work in a hospital in Richmond, Virginia, where the only person she knew was the Peace Corps volunteer who stayed with her family when she was just a teenager. The East Coast is cold during the winter, and there are no blizzards in a rainforest. The first lesson a Filipino learns in America is how to find warmth. Back home, the president has consolidated his power and declared martial law. He says it's for the good of the country. The communists, he says, want to kill us. The Muslim extremists, he says, want to kill us. And only he knows what's best for the people. How do you say to your child, we'll see each other again? Just hold on. It won't be too long. When you can't be certain. My mother is a woman of great faith. Great faith is never acquired with ease. Each day is a mountain, and you carry the weight of distance behind you. I imagine the day my father finally arrived was the first day that he had ever seen his own breath in the air. The day my brother learned our mother keeps all of her promises. I thought I was just a block of clay they found on a Virginia beach that they took across the whole of the country, 5 days on the road, with nothing left to discover because every journey isn't meant to become an awakening of ourselves. We moved to San Francisco and lived next to the animals at the zoo, next to an ocean that was the only thing connecting us to home. One night, my mother opens her stomach and asks my father to place me there for safekeeping. Every day, they'd coax the fires in her belly. At night, we listened to the songs of lost creatures, trying to make a home with so many living things that are far away from home. I wonder what it is like to give birth to a child who belongs to another country. Who becomes the foreigner then? Which one of you is truly displaced? What do I get to be in this country? The birth of a new world for my parents or the death of an old one? There's a price to knowing you are both a thing that creates and destroys just by being. And still, they will love you. And to be loved can never be painless. How much of history is a man in a room looking at a map saying, I want that? Never mind that a map is only an approximation of a space, how we feed the imagination of borders, how we say who gets to make a border. Maybe a country is nothing more than a system of beliefs shaped by violent acts. A creation myth that begins in death and is supplemented with Bibles. And the inhabitants of 7,641 islands suddenly find themselves countrymen because someone wanted and believed they should have, as if we were devoid of want ourselves. As if certain wants are to be subsumed by other wants, the violence of our crafting, flattening over the lens of time. And so we are, but we are in response to. That is the historic for us. Made against, moved within, moved through, in spite of. So much of history is a document of people taking things from other people. There are books filled with them, the great takers of the world. Movies where this taking is reimagining, only this time everyone has really great abs. A map started simply enough, right? Someone sitting in a room wanting to know, where am I? And I feel that so much. I want to know where I am all of the time. When my parents looked at a map, they saw that to want would mean to lose. To have would mean to lose, that our desires are wrapped in cost. Once a man told me he wanted to pray for my happiness, and wouldn't I join him in praying for us all to be happy? And I'm not sure why it is I don't wish to pray for anyone's happiness. Happiness is passive. I pray for your liberation. May all beings be free. I can get happiness with a chocolate chip cookie. I want time, and I will take it, even if it is spent and used up and written over again, even with it burdened and renamed, even if it is made to wear different clothes, a different tongue, even if it speaks the wrong language, even if I have to speak the wrong language back. I want this very history to fold back into itself. I want it to know my damn name. A clock ain't nothing but a series of gears. Time is a machine. And I'm pretty good at breaking machines. I'm waiting for the words to catch up to my heart, which is elliptical at the moment. There's an apology even I am expecting to bore out of my throat. But what for? What for? I am continuing to write in a font that displeases me. Everything shifts so rapidly, my body, the environment, my body, the environment. Why not return to something as aggressively unspectacular as Arial? A font for all my first thoughts. Today I typed the words someday again and deleted and retyped. Deleted and retyped. Inside of the collapse, I'm still holding on to narrative. This is not sentiment. It's how I keep my family together. When I breathe in deep enough, I feel it. All the old anger waiting to become newer anger. Not having the words feels a lot like not having something to hit. I think I wrote that in another poem before. What is the equation that solves everything? Ideas are commodity, even the idea that ideas are commodity. I don't even know what I have to sell. I spent my entire life living on a fault line. I know all that's been made is inherently broken. This is not me being dour. This is me writing a note that says, I miss you. Like, I miss you, like trajectory. I meant it that way. But the one you're thinking, that works too. Thank you.